I'm Christopher Marsh, and this is my poem, Alienation. We are not your guinea pigs. We are not your toys. We are not your subjects or your tools. We are not your products. We are not mannequins on display. You put your different clothes on us. You put us into your convenient, neat little categories. Make us this way or make us that way. Call us this or call us that. Staple your labels and your name tags on our foreheads. Treat us like a commodity instead of a community. Try and shove us into your box and spin on anyone who thinks outside of it. Discipline teens who think too much or don't go with your ideas, or ones who speak the truth. Question your philosophy or your teaching or your weeding people out. Discriminate and hurt teenagers who are different, who don't fit into your little box. Beat us over the head with your requirements, your standards, your fascist views, your conformist corruption, your ideals, your pressure, and your bullying of what you think is important. We stay up studying for your tests, doing hours and hours of your homework, which feeds upon our well being like festering wounds. You don't bother to help. You don't take time to care or to listen or to acknowledge the problems. Your answers are discipline or apathy or laziness, or you look the other way. You don't do anything about the problems. You don't bother to try to understand. You blame the victim. You don't bother with mental health. If a kid doesn't fit in your box, it's his problem, not yours. We bleed because of your social pressure. We shed our blood because we are ignored, because we don't fit in, because we're different, because we asked for help and got nothing. When something tragic happens, you blame the victims, not the bullies. You brush off warning signs and red flags. Then you act shocked by the consequences of your neglect and your ignorance. When some kid goes berserk and shoots up a school, you say it's because of mental health. But you do nothing! You don't bother to take measures to prevent this kind of thing from happening again. You don't put money into mental health or make it easier for kids to get counseling. You don't make mental health more affordable or make therapy any cheaper. You don't bother to invest anything into helping people who suffer from mental illness. You don't care. Mental health is just a convenient excuse. You stigmatize the mentally ill and make life more difficult for people who are already suffering. You don't care. Maybe if you'd bother to listen or take time to help people instead of controlling them or disciplining them for being different, maybe there wouldn't be so much violence. You don't care about access to dangerous weapons, and you don't care about helping those who are suffering from any sort of mental health afflictions either. Yet you act surprised when tragedies occur, even though you could have done something about it, but instead you did nothing. You don't give a fuck about us. You don't give a shit. You just claim it's some form of depression when somebody dies. You don't take anything into account as to why someone might commit suicide. We cut our wrists because of your intolerance, your lack of understanding, your pressure, your social barriers, your social politics, your social hierarchy, social discrimination, social avoidance, social isolation, social injustice. We go to your schools because we have to, not because we want to. Your archaic, misplaced, stupid institutional reward system. Your gratuitous assemblies praise the jocks and the cheerleaders and the popular crowd while you puke on everybody else. Fuck your institutionalized brand of justice. Fuck your social hierarchy. Fuck your inconsiderate and incompetent administration. Piss on your prom queen. Piss on the prom king. Malak your pathetic prom. Malak your popularity. Fuck your entitlements. Fuck your finals. Fuck your ceaselessly conformist philosophies being shoved down our throats. Our blood was splattered over the hallways and lockers of Parkland Avenue, Columbine, Sandy Hook, and other places because you refused to do anything to help people struggling with bullies or mental health or other issues, and you refused to do anything about guns. Blood had run red over the dirty carpets of Parkland High School because you didn't do anything. You did nothing. You did nothing. Because you do nothing, innocent people die. Don't you dare blame it on mental health because you're not going to do anything to help the people suffering from mental illness either. These tragedies happen because you do nothing. You do nothing. We won't stand by and let the blood spill over the floors of high schools or junior highs or elementary schools anymore. We won't stand by and let the blood spill over the floors of high schools. We shed our blood and go in every day listening to your drones and being battered by your pathetic, insensitive, intolerant institutions. But we're going to bring about change. We're going to make things change. We're the future. We move on. We graduate. We survive. We make a difference. We do something with our lives in spite of you. We live, we get through it, and we hate you for what you did to us. We are still traumatized by our past, by the way we were treated, but we go on. We live because we're better than you. We survive in spite